everywhere.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all praises and glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, and Shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the spectral bird. We say Shalom to y'all out there.
Hey, because we're in the time of, the scripture talk about the love of many shall wax cold. All right, we're in the times where, divisions, man, divisions, man. Esau is a house divided. All right, shit, the house of Israel, we're divided too currently. All right, but guess what, man? The Lord said he's coming to bring divisions. All right, somebody want to get that? Hey, the Lord is coming to bring divisions. The Lord is a man of war. He's coming to stir up these things that are happening, all right? We just had this bullshit-ass election. You know, basically, what we're seeing in politics is that the damn politicians is going at each other harder than ever. All right, because these Edomites, they can see that their house is coming to a close, and they're trying so hard to repair it and to try to keep it going, but it's not going to keep going. What you got?
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Exactly. All right, hey, that's what's held us back for many years, man, with Jake. Hey, the Native Americans, you had some of them who actually fought with Cortez against their brothers, man. You had certain Native Americans who was infighting when Esau came over here and fighting with them. All right, hey, so-called Judah Benjamin Levi, West Africa and different other places, you had us infighting, and then Esau came on the scene and took us over. All right, infighting and divisions bring down a nation. And now what you're seeing with the house of Esau, Edom, you got the Amalekites, all right? They're gearing up this nation against that nation. All right, these nations are getting pissed off because they know they're being manipulated by these banks, which are funding both sides, and they're starting to get pissed off. All right? And you got them, which at the end of the day, man, with these elections and all that, man, the small hats are behind both parties, all right? Behind the scenes, they both shake hands. What y'all got?
This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 23. Ye shall not make with them gold of silver, neither shall ye make unto.
I started verse 24.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20. 20.
24. Matter of fact, 25. 25.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 25.
23. This is 23.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 25.
We don't vote, man. We're not with that voting shit. We're not with which if you tell these old school jakes that, they're going to look at you crazy, but we're not with that shit, man. Because we're not with electing, we're not with choosing either one of the evils. All right, left wing, right wing, all right, same bird. We're not with that, man. And they lie too, man. Liberal, we're liberal, we're conservative. No, you're not. You're both eventually for the same thing. You both push for alternative lifestyles. All right, you both push for oppression against us. You just do it in different methods and with different intentions. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 25. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, Yahweh thy power, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. Verse 26, Exodus 23 and 26. There shall nothing cast their young nor bear in thy land. The number of.
Jump straight to verse 30. Jump straight to verse 30.
Exodus 23 and 30. But little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land.
Right. And we know that's talking about how the Lord brought us into our holy land, and he drove out those heathens. We had wars with them. I keep reading.
Verse 31, Exodus 23 and 31. And I will set thy bonds from the Red Sea into the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Verse 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods.
Right. And when you keep reading, it talks about how they became a thorn in our side, because that's exactly what our people did. They made covenants with the Philistines. They allowed them to stay around. All right? And that's exactly what happens here, man. Jake tries to finagle their way into, well, you know, we can support this person on a local level, and I just do the local stuff. Okay, well, now we're going to change this state law, so I support this state representative. Okay, well, we want to change the whole thing, so now we support this president or whatever. You're not supposed to make no covenant with them. You're not supposed to make no agreements with them. No joining into them, man. We're supposed to be a nation, holy and separate.
Verse 31, Exodus 23 and 31. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me.
Right, so they weren't even supposed to be in the land with us. They gotta go. They gotta get the fuck out. The Lord set us up for Israel, his holy and separate people.
For if they serve unto their gods,
right, if thou serve their gods.
For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee.
Exactly. Which is what Jacob was doing anyway. Right? You had our people sacrificing their children unto their gods. I mean, it's just crazy. It tells you in the Apocrypha, it tells you that they were slaughterers of infants. Right? They were doing all kind of abominable shit, drinkers of blood. Like, why the fuck would you want these people around you? Same thing when you deal with Esau Edom, right? We go to the one of our things, brothers got jobs, whatever. But we ain't in league with them. We ain't shaking hands with them behind the scenes, man. All right, we don't need a movie on Amazon. We don't need none of that shit. We got this word, we're gonna bring it out truthfully and correctly. All right, holy and separate. What y'all got?
I got something. Deuteronomy 17 and 14, it says, when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set a king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So our people, they always want to look at our enemy as a leader, you know? Hey, we were supposed to look upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. This is not our rest. This is not where, you know, where is our rest, man. All right, these presidents that are set over you, they'll give you breads and crumbs that fall off the king's table. And you know, our people, they enjoy it. They're comfortable with it, you know?
When you look at the Israelites around the earth, even in the places where, you know, they might have a country, Nigeria, Mexico, Colombia, wherever. That's exactly what they did. They got, because it talks about the tares of the wheat. Esau went to the nations and put his seed, or he'll put up a puppet who is an Israelite. He'll put one of them up who makes a covenant with them. Right? That's why people can never get ahead, man. You got a wicked leader, a wicked ruler. All right, so the people mourn, as the scriptures talk about. All right, this is Sirach 4 and 22. It says, accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. And refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty. For by speech wisdom shall be known, and learning by the word of the tongue. Here's the point, verse 27. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty. And that's exactly what our people did, man. In these different places, you'll see caste systems. You'll see they have Spaniards on the top. They have so-called, you know, Blanquitos. They have so-called white people on the top. And then they had the next level. You know, the Edomite will get with the nigger woman. then you know that child, I forget what the name for that was.
They call it mestizo.
Is it mestizo? Mestizo, right? Then that'll be the next level. They'll have like the more uppity, you know, Jakes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The sellouts. All right, then the next level, you know, they'll have the workers, man, the regular, you know, low level Jakes. All right, and then you got, you know, different little, you know, layers within that, but that's basically it. All right, and they designed that on purpose, man, to keep you Negroes oppressed, to keep you dumb and poor. All right, that's why they stay corrupt and they stay rich.
Hey, it's like the brothers just read in that Deuteronomy 17:4. We're supposed to have a king that's of our own nation. All right, and even if we do, that don't necessarily mean that he's for us, man. Because like the brother said, Esau does that all the time. He goes to another woman, go to another nation, pop they woman. All right, that dude is a heathen, man. All right, and set him up in power. All right, and if he's Jake, he's a sellout. All right, we need the Lord to come deliver us, man.
That's right. I get that verse in Terror week. Matthew 13 to 25. Matter of fact, I got it. This is Matthew 13 and 25. Y'all can break it down. It said, "But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat." Verse 24, Salaki. "Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sows good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servant of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them.
Hey, you gotta understand. Not every Israelite looks like they always said, Wesley Snipes, and not every Edomite looks like him behind us. All right, you're gonna have some Edomites that look like our people. All right, we call them chocolate covered Edomites. All right, those are the tares. All right, because you can have a tare can be an Israelite that's Edomite that's light skinned, Salaki. All right, or an Edomite that's dark skinned. It doesn't matter. All right, because at the end of the day, the seed line goes through the man. All right, so that's why we push that. Don't judge off the appearance, man, because that's what the scripture says.
That's right. That's right. Hey, you got a lot of that, man. You had a lot of that during slavery, where the damn. Of course, we know the slave master would go and deal with the wives of the slaves, you know, committed adultery against them. But then you had those Edomite women. They would go and get with some of the slave men. All right, them freaky ass Edomite women. You know, they seen the big ass Jakes. They wanted to get with them. Right? You got that all over the earth, man. You got people. What do they say? I'm mixed. I'm 10% this. I'm 25%. You know, everybody's fucking mixed. I'm Italian, Greek, this, that. No, you're the seed of your father.
Yeah. That's another way of Esau's wickedness, man. You can't be 25% this. All right. That shit is confusion, man. Hey, a couple hundred years ago, they wasn't saying that shit. All right? Hey, a couple hundred years ago, they wasn't saying it was black. They wasn't.
100 years ago, 50 years ago, Esau so damn wicked, he had the one drop thing. You know? The one drop, basically, even if a slave female got pregnant by a slave owner, that child was still tossed in the field.
Yep. And that shows you Esau out of order right there, because that's the Edomite right there. Hey, Bob Marley is an Israelite, even though his father looks like a heathen. His father looks like an Edomite. All right, but if you listen to his music, that's not Esau.
He got the spirit of Benjamin.
Yep.
He was the bad disposal in the daytime.
Yep. And then you look at somebody like Frederick Douglass. All right, his father was an Edomite.
It's like he was raving as a wolf, meaning he was speaking against Babylon.
Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that just shows you right there that the skin color means nothing. All right, it's off the spirit.
That's right. And you got, hey, you know, they always bring out Blake Griffin as the example. His father's super chocolate.
Yeah.
You got a lot of cases like that too, where somebody's super dark, they'll get with a Edomite woman, and then one child will be light, one child will be, kind of brownish, and the other child will be really, really brown.
Yep. That
Hey, two
happens.
dark-skinned parents can have a white-looking baby. It happened in the scripture with Esau, and it's happened in modern day world too, man. They showed the African couple, so-called African couple, right? And they had twins. One was dark, one looked like a white lady. She was looking white, red really, with red hair. If I'm not mistaken. She had brown and red hair.
And then also too, amongst all these nations, you have leprosy. Right? You have people who are albino, right? People with vitiligo. Right? But if you're albino, you still, that don't make you necessarily white. You still of the seed of that nation. Right? It's just a clean leper. Right? This is verse 29. He said. But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. All right, so hey, the Lord said, let them grow together. Right, but like brother's been saying, man, we can tell by the spirit, through the spirit, we can tell who is Jake and who is not in a lot of cases, despite your complexion. All right, so when you guys say the black Hebrew Israelites, we're not black.
Right, this brother right here, none of us are black, but this brother, clearly he's not black. So how are we the black Hebrew Israelites, man? No. And why don't you call the fake ass Ethiopian Jews fucking black Jews, man? Alright?
Salaki, what's that word that you call it?
Falashi.
When Esau uses a word and twists it around?
New speak?
Like not a psyop, but it's something when he uses a word and switches it around to make it have like a bad connotation to it.
New speak?
New speak?
A word? No, new speak.
New speak?
New speak.
I believe so.
I don't know.
Yeah,
A word association. The Esau say a word and have a meaning behind it, a preconceived notion about their words. They'll label it on you, and that's what we think of.
Yep. Such as words like anti-S. All right, words like that. All right, black Hebrew Israelites. That's obviously a narrative. All right.
This is First Maccabees 1 and 11.
Salakia, I was trying to make a point with the brother had something to say. So why do they quantify the Ethiopian Jews and call them Ethiopian Jews? Why aren't the red Jews over there called Edomite Jews or red Jews? Alright? That's madness. That's madness, man. Neither one of y'all are the actual Jews. That's why they call them Colossian Jews, which means false.
It's false.
Alright? It means false. And then Edomites are just Edomites, man. Alright?
Yeah, because saying we're the black Jews, that's like saying you're the original, but we're the black version of the original. No, man. People are different shades of brown. Like, come on.
And Jew just means it's short for Judah.
That's right. Which in the scriptures, Mordecai was referred to as a Jew. Mordecai was from the tribe of Benjamin. All right, the Maccabees, they were referred to as Jews. The Maccabees were from the line of Levi. All right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi are all referred to as Jews in the scriptures.
Yeah. And just like those Israelis over there, they Turkish, they Gomorites.
Yeah, they
Israelis.
they Ashkenaz, man.
Like a mix.
So that's
Turkish Edomites.
Yeah, mixed converts. They Edomites.
yeah.
Like the Ottoman Empire, those were Muslim Edomites. Them niggas was Khazars.
This is First Maccabees 1 and 11. And in those days, Salaki, when they're out the Israel wicked men who persuade many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. They are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
When we departed from them, we had much sorrow, which is total bullshit. Every time we were with them, some bullshit happened. We never dwell with them peaceably. All right, and that's what you see when you look at these different leaders, man. When you look at all their background, they got some type of Greek, some type of masonry, or some type of brotherhood, or something that they're a part of behind the scenes with Esau, Edom. And that's for all of you, all the tribes, okay? So-called blacks, Native Americans, so-called Latino people. Yeah. In some way, shape, or form, you guys have been put in that position, and put in that position for a reason. All right, it's usually, it's damn near always a bag that comes with it.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100% says the man was made upright, but his neighbor seduced him. They used Jake to promote their bullshit, man. That was they showed you in the movie. The spook by the door. All right, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that ain't the movie. It's the other movie. That's the dinner table.
Okay.
The Edomites just talking and said, you know, let a nigga get ahead. They had a whole speech like, well, you give them the illusion that they too can make it. That keeps the other servants calm. Man, what's the name of that movie? It's something, baby.
I know what you're talking about. But in the spook who sat by the door, I think the Edomites, he trained them how to be like a military group or something.
Kanye, that was separate. That's another movie. It's something, baby. Fuck the flesh. But yeah, they use them to help push their agenda. They get Jeremiah 50 in verse 7.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 50 and 7. All that found them have devoured
Start
them.
up one.
At one?
Start up one more. Somebody grab the Zechariah who's possessed and slain them.
Jeremiah 50 and 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
So who caused that to happen, man? The leaders of our people, man. All right. It says hey, read that over.
Verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
There you go. Their shepherds caused them to go astray. So the leaders of our people, your Al Sharptons, your Jesse Jacksons, your Martin Luther King, all right, the 2 Chainz, the 2 Pacs. These rappers are leaders too, because the nigga said, he says, I forget which rapper was, he put in his lyrics, say Scarface raised me. You know? The rapper Scarface. Go ahead.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Right, so these niggas have led our people astray to get them from knowing who we are. All right, we forgot our rest, which Isaiah 28 lets you know these precepts are our rest. Yahweh Shah said, take his yoke, you know, all you that are heavy laden. All right, his yoke is light. All right, this is our rest, this is our peace. And our people have taught, the leaders of our people have been taught to follow after whatever Esau says, man. All right, to follow death. Go ahead.
All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh.
Yes, it's like finish the verse up.
The habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers.
There you go, man. So these heathens that rule over us, they know what's up, man. They know that to keep us going off so they can rule over us. They didn't consider the Lord was going to raise up his servants anyway. Like it says in Psalms 50, I will set them in order before thy eyes. All right, they didn't expect this part. But they set leaders up, puppet leaders of our people, all right, to get us to go off to follow whatever Esau says. And then they say, we didn't do nothing wrong. Look, they going off. It ain't our fault they going off. They didn't have to listen. They didn't have to make gangster rap. They didn't have to conform. They didn't have to just shut up and dribble.
What's that, the accuser of our brethren? You know, making us go off. Then they use Satan to try to get that blessing back through the left-hand side. They try to blame it on us. All right, it was their fault. They eating pork and they got pork in all their food. Look, Lord,
Look at what your people doing. All right, you the one making it happen. You the one promoting it.
As the ruler, so is the people. Let's look at that Zechariah.
Zechariah 11:4. It says, Zechariah 11:4. It says, thus saith the Lord my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich.
Right, they that sell them. That's the of our people, man. That's why possessors use and sell us of our nations, man. All right, to bring us down, so we can, like it says in the curses, which we brought very low, and the heathen that's with us shall become up very high. You niggas help perpetuate that shit, man. All right. And that's why Sirach, I believe 13, it talks about Esau using your ass, or he'll drive you up thrice till you got no purpose. You know? That's why you niggas end up going out bad. You get all these riches and rarely leave shit to your damn children, man. Or leave a good name. That was in the Zechariah.
God, it says, and their own shepherds pity them not.
I forgot about that. That's spirit. Their own shepherds pity them not, man. Esau set you niggas up to get Jake to go off. He said, "Shit, where are the saints?" You know.
Yeah, like I say, they pity them not, man. Y'all don't even care. You just sent all your people. I mean, yeah, Dr. King said something. I've led my people in a burning building. But shit, it's too late now, nigga.
Right, you should have. Yeah, heard of made an emergency speech. Yeah. Stay separate. This shit is set up. No, it's too late. Speaking of cold steel.
I got till years later when the pictures come out where he's shaking hands with the Rothschilds and all this.
Rabbi Rothschild.
And they expose him for being a sodomite. This is Isaiah 56:10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. All right, and what does a dog do when it's barking? It is warning. All right? Hey, these leaders aren't warning you. They're actually putting you to sleep. All right, rocking you right back to sleep.
That's right.
All right, they're not giving you the warning that America's finna be destroyed. All right, and the Lord is going to deliver his small remnant. All right, and the rest is going to be destroyed. They're not telling you that. All right, because if they did, they actually love you if they do it. All right, but we're actually giving you that love. All right, but you guys want to hear smooth thing. All right, you rather be kissed in the cheek with a lie than slapped in the face with the truth. This is
what do they say? They say if the dog don't bark, you got to get rid of it. You got niggas breaking in your house, the dog not barking, he ain't doing. Come on, man. Shit, our house is all broken into. They didn't kick shit. The dog just standing there. Get rid of the fucking dog. And we out here at the fence, man, and everything. The postman, he come every day. We looking at him crazy. You leaders, man, y'all supposed to be speaking on that, man. It's a fucking recession right now. Our leaders ain't talking about shit. They talking about Takeoff. They talking about they talking about the fucking new Black Panthers movie and all this folly and shit. Where are the serious topics being addressed? Where's the leaders, the so-called Black, not Latino, Native American leaders? Where are y'all addressing the Israelite situation? All right, because everybody, they gonna have to say yay and nay on that. Yep. Where you guys, because we talk about Revelation 13. That's gonna be a hot topic too. A lot of you niggas are gonna fall because some leaders gonna tell you to take that shit and you gonna take it.
Yeah. Hey, 50 Cent told him, he said, hey, Kyrie, Kanye, y'all making our spot hot. They gonna get in trouble with Esau. All right? That just showed you how people are sellout. This supposed to be 50 Cent, the most, I think they said the last of gangster rap, right? Or some shit like that. Whatever. All right? The point was already made. But these niggas are sellouts, man. These people not for you. Yeah, he gonna get his ass down. Jake wicked as hell, man. But he just ran right.
There you go.
They on his ass so
break this one.
Look at his head, bro.
What's
Nah,
that?
he cut through the alley.
What's that?
He's so scared right there. He ran up with that. I actually thought he was. Wait, who was this other nigga? He chasing the cops? Like, what the fuck?
It's a three-way chase.
Right, a three-way chase. He's running with a cigarette in his hand. He didn't even put the motherfucker out.
Hey, Elder Benji, what's that Lil Wayne song? The block is hot. The
God.
block is hot.
These niggas
Nigga, the
bugged
block
out.
been hot.
Esau was scared. He would get your groceries, get out of here.
This
Anyway,
is,
go ahead.
Isaiah Salakia. We got interrupted by some niggertry. By some niggerdom. Isaiah 56 and 11. Yeah, there are greedy dogs which can never have enough. And there are shepherds that cannot understand. Key word is the shepherds. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter. All right, and that's plain. All right, they only want money. All right, they don't care about freeing their people or telling their people the truth. All right, it says to everyone their own gain. They say they greedy dogs, man. All right, hey, a march bowing the knee ain't gonna do shit. All right.
Marching ain't gonna do shit.
These niggas even scared to speak up.
Yeah.
They shamed Kyrie and Kanye, man. They don't want to lose their position.
So what about hey, Floyd said something? Hey Floyd, where you at? You spoke on it.
For all these niggas that knew the Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Amari Stoudemire, where you at?
DC Young Fly, which is funny. You know what? Amari Stoudemire got into an argument with a brother on Instagram and the DMs on Twitter because the brother had called him out. And he was basically saying the heathens can be saved if they keep the law. Showing you these niggas are bugged out because guess what? These niggas not rich, man. All right? They pleasing the person that cuts their check to them, man. All right? Esau is their father.
Oh yeah, they scared. You see what happened to Kanye? Chase closed his account.
Yeah.
Over 100 million in there.
And they suspended him from
They don't need that.
they suspended him from Yeezys. I mean, it's not from Yeezys, from Adidas. They kicked him out and kept his shoe.
Yep. They gonna use his design, just get rid of his name.
They gonna call that shit Easy.
For you guys, that shit crazy, man. The Amari Stoudemire, what you think you the only nigga who's a so-called Jew? It's just you, right? You just over there by yourself. I mean,
Right.
come on, man.
And what I think he called himself a convert.
Yeah, because he grew up as an Israelite. He says he understood. But then he still converted to Judaism.
Right.
These niggas be sellouts, man.
And that nigga Sean that used to be with P Diddy.
Yep.
He used to be into that, but he was more in that small habit stuff. You know, so
Oh, Shines.
yeah, I'm Sean. That Jake from Police.
Yeah, Shine, he's more than likely Zebulon. But go ahead, bring that out in Judah 5 and 17. And that's the thing too, man. A lot of you people who think that you're a so-called black, you think you're a Negro, you're not even. You go back to so-called Native Americans and so-called Latinos. All right, you guys are what it say? Judah and Israel going into captivity together. All right, what do so-called black people like to say jokingly, man? We got Indian in my family. We got good hair. Well, guess what? A lot of you do have Gad. And
Right, a lot of you are actually Indians.
God. Hey, up here in Chicago, this is a big Native American hotspot. A lot of these people are go back to Chicago. Gad and Reuben.
And Esau, I think he made a law like in 18 something, where he said every dark-skinned native will be classified as black. I can look for it right now.
You had so-called black people who ran off with Reuben. Somebody get that too. Judah and Israel are going to captivity.
Jeremiah 50:33.
Water. All right. Hey, you had so-called black people who ran off. All right. That's what they call. They ran off with the Seminoles and fought with them.
The Gullah Wars.
The Gullah Wars.
Even in Mexico, a lot of Judites ran into Mexico and the Mexicans kept them safe.
Yeah,
The
they helped
U.S.
them out.
government wanted to get their property back. Mexican says there's no slaves here. Even though the puppet leaders of Mexico were sending slaves to, what was that, Cuba? To work the sugar plantation. He saw the devil, man. That was the Spaniards. Y'all celebrating Mexican Independence Day. Y'all celebrating them Spaniards getting free, not you Mexicans, man. Y'all are oppressed by the Spaniards still. Them leaders in Mexico, there's niggas like to say, how Mexicans, Israelites, they got their own land, they own rule. No, the Spaniards are ruling over them. All right? Just like Haiti, they got their own land, right? They broke free. No, they still owe France that money. That's why they get fucked up like that, man. They call colonizers for a reason, man. They can rule over you without physically being there, man. They can set up a puppet leader. Ain't the first time, man. This shit been happening in history. It's all in the book of Maccabees.
That's right.
In fact, real quick, get the 2nd Maccabees, the 8th chapter about Rome.
God. And it's the 2nd Maccabees.
You already had it?
I was on verse 7. I was on chapter 7.
Spirit.
God. 2nd Maccabees 8. And
I believe start at the top, right? Or was it 1st Maccabees 8? It's 1st Maccabees 8. Right, it's 1st Maccabees 8. The 2nd Maccabees 8 is after they started fucking us up already.
This is 1st Maccabees chapter 8. And 1. Now Judas had heard of the Romans that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that join themselves unto them, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them. 1st Maccabees 8 and 1.
Okay, start over slide.
Yep. Now Judas had heard of the Romans that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that join themselves unto them, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them, and that they were men of great valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts which they had done among the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute, and what they had done in the country of Spain, which is Tarshish in the scriptures, for the winning of the mines of the silver and gold which is there. And by that policy and patience they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them, and the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth.
So they conquered lands that was far from them. They controlled the resources from the lands they took over. So it still was a Spanish, sure, I imagine still probably was a Spanish governor there that was running things, so they probably set one of their own to run it. That's what they do. They set up a puppet to still control lands even if far off, man. Put your ass to tribute. All right, if you conform, you know, you got to pay your dues, but they'll let you, you know, at least you ain't got to bear the shame of being defeated. You can still look before your people as you rule over them. Meanwhile, you're a whole puppet. There's nothing new under the sun.
That's right. If I can say this, you look at countries in West Africa. All right, a lot of them. Well, that's a hot spot of good resources. That's a hot spot for good resources. Already got gold, diamonds, copper, all that shit. So what Esau will do, he will make his mining companies go there and extract all the things from there. Yep. And when your president try to fight back and kick him out your land, he'll assassinate him.
Yep.
All right.
Bro, I just watched the whole speech of an African dude going into he say we should make a currency based off resources. We got most resources in the world. He said that queen, he talking about the queen, said that the rich white lady, whatever he said, she died over there. He say London got all that gold, but no mines. They got all that gold in London, but no mines.
I believe the Oppenheimers, they owned them in the past. They were like the DeBoer diamond mines or something. How the fuck you got all these diamonds, cobalt, all this shit in your country, and another nigga can just come in and just take that shit, right? And put a bank up in your nation. Okay, well yeah, open an account with me. You put your money on it. You know, now they're going into debt trying to come up, you know, to get tied in with your currency. All right, it was all a setup and all the game from the beginning. And people are just now waking up to the fact that they've been playing this game, and that's why they went into banking. All right, the people who
We'll get that back to on that.
the people who supported Da Vinci, because Da Vinci created a lot of that Renaissance artwork and shit. With the he's the one who did the picture of Cesare Borgia. All right, he was financed by those small hat bankers. All right, for him to do all that stuff. What's it called? The Sistine Chapel with the Most High as an Edomite and Yahweh Shai as an Edomite. All right, that was financed by them as well. All right, so they made sure they were all behind the movement.
Him and Michelangelo. All right, because if you go into that history and you watch the Borgias on Netflix and you read the
First
articles.
crime family, they call them.
Yep. In the article, all right, he was trying to look for a way to promote his family as over everyone. All right, so.
And use the office of the Pope to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of, hey, he killed his old brother for that position, man. All right, a lot of bloodshed was put for that position. That's why they call him the first crime family, man.
Well, he was fucking his own sister.
Yeah.
There was a lot of wicked shit going on.
He
man.
killed his brother. He fucked his brother woman.
And he got with the dude who was his servant. It was all kind of shit.
He had an affair with Michelangelo, I believe.
Yeah, they
Correct
was
me if I'm
lovers, I
wrong.
heard.
Huh?
I heard they was lovers, yeah.
Yep.
Or did Da Vinci, one of them.
One of them.
Yeah, he was one of them.
So they,
In the show,
believe
Da
not
Vinci's
surprised.
Demons, they show that Da Vinci's he's a moat. All right, this is verse 4. They said, that, I'm gonna finish out, and that by their policy and patience that they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them, and the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth, till they had discomfited them and given them a great overthrow, so that the rest did give them tribute every year.
there you go. And Haiti got their own land, they still gotta pay France. Just like America. They still operate under the crown, but they didn't get free. They didn't operate free. Look into the history. Even on the Illinois state page, it mentions being under the crown. And they mission, I believe it's on their mission statement, whatever it is, it mentions still being under the crown. That's the state of Illinois itself, so how much more the country?
That's why the scriptures call Britain America's mother.
Huh.
Like the horn, this horn came out of that horn.
Yep. You got the back?
I'm gonna get that.
You want me to start at 1?
4.
Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yeah, also he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man.
Huh. And that wine, that's Esau taking his cup to the world, man. Making the world a drink, his way of life, his philosophies, man.
Yep. It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
There you go. And that goes right to what the brothers reading about Rome, ruling afar off. And what we were speaking about in that speech, man. He said they got all the gold in London with no mines. Who's done that to the world? Who's used the world resources up, man? Hey, Ghana just struck big with gold. Or was it gold or oil? Early this year.
What was that?
Ghana.
Probably.
I think it was.
I think it's gold.
It was like
I think it was oil.
Oh, it's gold. It's gold.
It
Let's
was
find that gold. Yeah.
It was gold. That's what I thought. And then motherfuckers start making memes about watch Ghana now need help, humanitarian aid. And sure enough, America wanted to get in Ghana. They want them resources, man.
And if they fight back, they'll either kill him or they'll kill the guy and set up a puppet leader. It happens all the time. Not just to presidents, but to journalists and activists in that nation.
Matter of fact, what happened in Haiti? The president was assassinated right after he made a statement that they wouldn't be doing the vaccinations. I guess we can say it now. YouTube, got finally allow us to speak, use our First Amendment rights. But that's what happened. He was killed after he said, "Nah, we ain't doing that. We got the cure."
Yep. And at that time, nobody was getting it. All right, but when they took out the president, all right, and set up a puppet one day, all of a sudden they started getting COVID. All right. Then they pushed out the V. Okay, and this man is the devil. And that shows you he's in power because he sweeps it right under the rug. All right? That's something that happens like that in America, man. All right, but I'm going to continue to read. It says, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
So, hey, these nations are starting to taunt this devil. How long is this going to continue? You know, the hegemony of America is over with. They starting to say shit like that, man. They said it's time for a new power structure. All right, even a new currency, which is all leading to the chip. All right, which is leading to the end. But nevertheless, the heathens are done with this whole, like, man, you don't own none of this shit, man. Yeah, we got to go to you and make our own personal business deals with other countries. We got to use your dollar. You get to cut off top every sale we make, using up our resources, and we still poor. They pissed, man. Go ahead.
It says, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
So these heathens going to wake up suddenly. All right? They're going to wake up suddenly to get that revenge, man. Go ahead.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
So these heathens going to get they lick back, man. You're through. Y'all got it.
This is the book of Jeremiah 51 and 7. It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Or how did America make all the world drunken? By the way of the philosophies, different things of that nature. It says, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right, these nations are becoming mad at this whore, Well, because America used to offer this, this whole American dream used to offer, another way of living to these other nations, and these other nations is starting to figure out that it's nothing but bullshit,
Throughout all of that, one of the philosophies was, well, look, you guys need help, we can send you help, we can send our Christian pastors to come in and teach you the ways of Jesus Christ, right? And, oh, what's that oil over there? We'll just hold on to that for you. We'll just take that. What's that gold and that silver over there? We'll just mine that for you.
Let's set up
and control the mine.
Let's set up a little militia fighting against the government, and then we're gonna go help them out.
That's why in the book of Malachi, I believe it's 1 and 4, how it talks about they're going to be the border. They're the border of wickedness. Because wherever this devil goes, it's nothing but mayhem. He changes other nations, way of living. Different things like that.
It talks about that in Maccabees as well. Let me grab real quick. Y'all got something good.
Check it out.
I'm gonna just get the Malachi. This is the book of Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Like, because I just mentioned, everywhere this devil goes, he spreads his democracy, he spreads his lies, he spreads his way, his way of living amongst these other nations, And it says, the border of wickedness in the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. Right? The Lord hates this devil, Esau, Edom is going to be that only nation that's not going to be, that's not going to have that mercy,
Yep, there's another way, man. Psalms 49:11. Another way you know who the wicked is. The inward thought is that the houses shall continue forever. All right, so they believe that they're going to go on forever. The empire is going to go on forever. The rule is going to go on forever. All right. Matter of fact, let's all just become one, and then just like Antiochus said, we all just become Antiochans. All right. It says in their dwelling places to all generations, they called their lands after their own names. And that's what you see too. All right, the names of the lands that the Lord talks about in the scriptures, those lands aren't called those names anymore. They've been changed, right? And even if they're not called after like a house of Esau, Edom, they're called as something in their language, right?
Yeah.
Haiti is hell. Puerto Rico is the port of riches, which Spanish, that's not the language. The true language is a Native American and Latino.
Like they put Ethiopian in Egypt. Those are Greek words.
Dominican means dog. All right, and Indian means savage. These are names that they give our people. Black means void of light. Hey, we are not black people. You cannot be a black person, man. Are we the Israelites according to the Bible?
And what about the fact that East Indians are dark as hell, Arabs are dark as hell, them Africans, them Hamites, the real ones, they actually dark as fuck.
They look great.
Right? Why aren't they called black? What about the Aboriginals of Australia? What about the Mexicans that's dark skinned? And they not Afro-Latino, man. They like to say Afro-Latino. No, man, they just dark skinned Mexicans. There are some niggas that, pop Mexican women. We fled down there. But Mexicans are just dark skinned. Natives are dark skinned. Now, we range from light to dark. But, they're dark skinned, man. It's like in Brazil and fucking Chile and all those places, man.
And he saw so much of a devil. When you go to places like Chile and in Brazil, he only shows you the jakes that have a lighter complexion.
Yeah. They do that for China too.
Yeah.
They never show the dark-skinned Chinese motherfuckers. All right.
They actually do that to the so-called white passing Latinos that come over to this country, so they can actually make themselves feel big, Because we know that Esau Edom is the smallest amongst the nations,
Oh yeah, that's when they do the census. That's why they count the North Africans and Arabs as white. Yep. This is that Maccabees I was talking about. First Maccabees 3 and 27. Now when King Antiochus heard these things, he was full of indignation. Wherefore he sent and gathered together all the forces of his realm, even a very strong army. So he was ready to come against the Maccabees, right? He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay for a year, commanding them to be ready whatsoever he should need them. No mercenaries. They do it to this day. Mercenaries still exist. All right? Even when you look at NATO, Trump was talking about the money they put into NATO, and America's the ones putting in the money. These other countries ain't paying like all right? A certain amount of your resources is supposed to be donated to this treasury that's for the war, for your troops. Nevertheless, when he saw that, Nevertheless, when he saw that the money of his treasures failed, and that the tributes in the country were small because of the decision and plague which he had brought upon the land and taken away the laws which had been of old time. The earth stopped yielding its fruit. The resources got scarce. Same thing now, man. All right? Because like the brother said, they took away the laws these lands had. And even the heathens, they had certain traditions they held on to that came down from Noah. Like when you read in Genesis about the Egyptians, they understood adultery was wicked, man. All right? Now, heathens will do all type of wickedness, man. Heathens. They had some damn sense. Esau took that all away.
Yeah. And that
You got Elon talking about motherfucking there is no God. Science this, evolution that. The Big Bang this. All right? Got them doing all manner of wickedness, man.
that's Esau's wine.
Yeah.
That's his philosophy. That's why a lot of foreign people they don't want their children to come to America, man. All right, the whole mindset is finished.
Yeah, like Mia Khalifa, you saw her with her. Her family had to disown her. She up there sucking dick with her hijab on or whatever it's called, her burqa. She had the whole thing on, the hijab and the burqa.
That shit bugged out.
Her family, hey, the whole land over there was pissed at her, man. That's Esau though.
Hey, it was an Ishmaelite. He came to America and killed his 2 daughters.
Yeah.
For that type of shit.
I got something real quick.
Somebody brought out Jeremiah 33.
No, nobody ready
We're
with
gonna
that.
press together.
You know, just going into Esau, how, he's in the power seat, This is the book of Daniel 4:17. It says, this matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones to them. This is the book of Daniel 4:17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the holy word of the holy ones to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and give it to whomsoever he will and setteth up over it the basis of men. Right. The Lord has given, the world over to the what? The basis of men. Esau, Edom. Starting with Amalek on down. They don't have no type of morals. They don't have no type of, way of respect. No culture, anything of that nature. And this is who we're under right now. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So we're under the rule of the basis of men right now. That's why everything is so fucked up.
I was gonna say, as the judge, so is the ruler.
Yeah.
Somebody want to grab that, it's the wrong tip.
Because every nation has some kind of law. It talks about that in Esther. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get there, but every nation got some kind of law, something. Hey, even like the brother said, they'll have the women cover their hair, or Elam will have this woman. I think she got to walk like 20 paces behind them or something. They got some kind of law, some kind of custom or something that goes back to Noah, like the brother said. All right, but they don't have the pure way. They're not from the chosen line, but Esau, Edom, he's the basis, man. They like, no, anything goes, we're going to do anything. All is accepted, just completely fucking basic.
Hey, get that Wisdom Solomon in the
As
second
long
chapter.
as you don't do righteousness.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as you don't do righteousness.
You can do anything as long as you don't do righteousness. You good over here.
Hey, what that nigga Monkey Boy Obama say? If you want American aid, you want assistance, you have to allow homosexual marriages in your country. That's what your black president said, which he ain't us, man. He is black though. He a fucking dark nigga. He a Hamite, man. To further notice.
They can't dance.
You saw how he shot? You saw he was running up that court?
Good God.
I think
The sound was off about it, man.
Right. DJ Khaled, him too, man.
Yeah, he a
He
heathen.
was trying, man.
Khaled a heathen, bro.
DJ Khaled?
He don't do nothing.
Oh, I mean,
He just got money.
yeah.
He got money. He do. The nigga, this how you know this nigga Khaled's a heathen. DJ K-Slay, DJ Drama, where's their platform at? To get boosting them to that height. They did what he been doing for years. They've been doing that for years with the best names. Wayne dropped 100 mixtapes with Drama. But Khaled got the money and he also is a heathen. He got up very high among them. And you see that nigga, he ain't got no salt, man.
I think
The
they,
nigga don't make beats, he just got money to put niggas together.
I think they paid. I think Obama, he paid Jake to teach him how to act like him.
Yeah, it's the dude, Keith Henning taught me that one from
Give me another great, man. That dude.
the dude from Mo Money. The nigga that said that, Keith Henning taught me that one. He's also in Blacklist, TV show Blacklist. He plays Agent Cooper. He's the head of the whole department.
That's why he shoot KD hand like that.
Yeah, he learned everything from him. You looking him up? Hey, just
I
type
look
in
him up.
Blacklist, the TV show. Cooper, that's his name in the show.
Elder, you wanted that Wisdom Solomon in the second chapter? Okay. You may start at the top.
Yeah, that's the nigga. What's his name? If I'm not mistaken, that's
Harold
the nigga. Well, his real name, his Harold Cooper's name.
Henry Lennox.
Huh?
Harry Lennox.
Harry Lennox. If I'm not mistaken, that's the nigga right there. Cause when you watch him move, he got the same cadence, the same demeanor, all of that. The nigga from Mo Money. Keith Finney talked to that one.
Damn shame, man. He got a whole album of all other people rapping, and he don't do shit but just do drops.
Just get
on
rich.
it and get rich off. Come on,
We the best.
we the best. Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon. When the scripture the elder called for, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. It says, "For the ungodly said, reason with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy." It says, "Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave." It says, verse 2, "For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we have never been."
So this is the wicked speaking right here, man. This is their mindset. This is why they have that YOLO doctrine they teach. Do as thou wilt. All right, as Alistair Crowley put it, the Satanists, do as thou wilt, right? This is the only life you got. Do as you please, live it up.
That YOLO
That's what they promote, YOLO, right? But through Yahweh Shai, we escape that mindset. Real quick, grab Hebrews. I believe it's the 2nd chapter. It talks about through the fear, he delivers us from the fear of death. That's what gets us to go off, man. Fear, they call it FOMO. Fear of missing out. All right? That's why a nigga can make this investment, and then boom, now you finna put your money in there when the boom is already over with, because you don't want to miss out. But that's why these memes getting money. Motherfuckers like, well, this could be the next one.
Yeah.
This could be the next one. Don't get me wrong, Jake got meme coins, because it could be the next one. But that's what it is, man. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out.
I got a quick definition. This is carpe diem. It's Latin. It says, used to urge someone to make the most of the present time and give little thought to the future. God. And that's what it is. That's what YOLO is, man. You only live. What did Jay-Z say? I'm not here to live an average life. So that means you're gonna do whatever to try to get that game.
They say
I'm
they
here for a good time, not a long time. You know why?
I cannot picture heaven being better than this. Bless. Come on, man.
They got their constellation.
That's why the scripture say, whoever find their life shall lose it. Whoever lose it for my sake, shall find it. Loosely paraphrased.
Hebrews, who got Hebrews 2?
Hebrews
Start at 9.
Hebrews 13 and 14.
No, Hebrews 2 start at 9.
Hebrews 2:9, it says, "But we see Yahushua, who was made."
Which Yahweh Shai is the real name, the only name of the Messiah. Jesus was, the letter J didn't exist in 1634. He's an Hebrew man with a Hebrew name, not an English name. English came approximately 2,000 years later, or 1,600 years later. How this man got an English name? The letter J is the newest created letter in all the language. English was around for decades, centuries, before the letter J even existed. Not only he gonna have a name in the newest language, it's gonna include the newest letter of the newest language. That's madness. Go ahead.
It says, "But we see Yahushua, who was made a little lower than the angels."
So he came in the flesh. Our Lord Yahweh Shai came in the flesh. Go ahead.
For the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he by the grace of the Most High should taste death for every man.
That's right. So Lord willing, now we don't have to get the second death. We don't have to go through what it feels like. And Yahweh Shai got hit with all the stripes at once. He felt like the Lord forsook him. He felt actual death. Not just when you're going to sleep. He felt forsaken. He bared the judgment for us all. That's why it's important for us to do this labor, man. And we appreciate the salvation that came with those stripes. Go ahead.
Verse 10, "For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings."
And Yahweh Shai was made perfect through sufferings. Hence we suffer now. 1 Peter the 4th chapter started the first verse. All right, he that suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. That's how sin get in there. The flesh gets to desire or something. They want to do some carnal shit. Now it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it. Now you're going off. Now you're sniffing coke off some harlot's butt cheeks in Vegas. That's the flesh, man. They gotta say something so it'll stick with Jacob.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why scripture say, let no man say I am tempted of the Most High. All right? You can't blame the Lord for sinning.
Right.
All right? You can't do that. All right? It was already in your mind to
It's
go
the flesh.
after that.
That's the battle.
Yep.
The flesh desires things. The flesh want to do this. The flesh want to get the box, but you know it's Friday camp day, so it's like, look, you can get it after, man.
Yep.
The flesh is want to do. The flesh is like a woman. They just want to have fun. All right.
And they don't care if it destroys you.
Yep. Go ahead.
Going back to that YOLO spirit, you know.
Yep.
Hebrews 2:12, it says, saying, I will declare thy name unto my brethren, in the midst of the church will I sing praise unto thee.
That's right.
And again, I will put my trust in him. And again, behold, I and the children which the Most High have given me, for as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same.
Right. So Yahweh Shai didn't just stand in heaven world in the heavenly realm next to the heavenly Father. No, man, he came down here and went through the sufferings like us. He went through the temptations like us, except he did it perfectly. He did it with the full faith and understanding that, look, he's going to get his glory. He's going to get to enjoy life. And Yahweh Shai is going to get to enjoy life too, man. He said, I'm not going to drink wine until I drink it with you new in the kingdom. So he up there not drinking wine. He's still suffering. Yahweh Shai love wine. He called a wine bibber. The Christian church tell you can't drink. Meanwhile, our Lord tell you how he going to drink wine with us in the kingdom. He waiting to drink it with us, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage.
There you go. So through the fear of death is why we commit sin. Well, I don't want to miss this opportunity to do this. I don't want to miss out here. You know, Esau, because it says the devil controls it. Man, it ain't talking about no man with a pitchfork in the middle of the earth. No, it's talking about Esau Edom. Who is the white man, self-proclaimed white man. He's not white, he's red. His biblical name for his nation is Edom. All right? He's the ruler of sin, as Genesis tells us, man. But what does he do? He put a covetous spirit out there. Shut up, brother. He put a covetous spirit out there. All right? And then say, well, you got to get it while you can. YOLO, live your life. You only live once. All right? You only live once. You might as well take these risks now. All right? Because you may not be here tomorrow. Why not risk it all? Hey, what the nigga blood say? Nigga, hustlers don't stop. They keep going. You can lose your life, but it's going to keep going. Why not risk life, but it's going to keep going? You say, when you die, somebody else is born. But at least we got to say, we run up them digits, we run up the count. So that's these niggas promote. At least you got to do this wicked. At least you lift it up. At least you have fun. You did this, you did that. Come. So that's that fear of death. But through Yahweh Shai, we are free from that, man.
That's right.
We don't have to live according to the flesh.
That's right.
We can hold off, we can postpone. And it's stuff we want to do, man. It's stuff we desire. And we know we're going to get at times an infinite number on a pure scale. Hey, Colossians 3rd chapter real quick. Start at 1. And then we're going to go back to Esau bitch ass that was in Solomon 2. I know the giant ready to get on Esau bitch ass.
You said Colossians 2 start at the top.
Colossians 3 start at the top.
This is the book of Colossians 3 and 1. It says, if ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh.
So having a faith in the Lord comes with that mindset. We're going to seek the heavenly things, man.
It says, verse 2, set your affection on things above, not on the things on the earth. It says, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach and Yahweh. It says, when Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory.
There you go. We shall appear with him in glory. Our life is here with Yahweh Shai. Hey, he promised, Matthew 19th chapter, the disciples asked our Lord expressly, and we forsook everything, what we gonna get? Basically, we put our what comes with this? Because we did that. They quit their profession. Not saying don't make money, man. I'm just saying what happened. They were fishing. They stopped fishing. They went straight to the ministry of the Lord. They didn't lack bread. They didn't lack food. The Lord looked out for them. Yeah, they went through tribulation. Or definitely went through tribulation. Persecuted unto death. I think it says all the disciples, all the apostles died, got put to death, except for one, which is John the Revelator.
Yep.
And he was banished to the salt pit, man.
Yeah.
All right. But then our Lord said, "What? Look, man, you that forsaken houses and mothers, wives and lands, for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold." Which the Lord, hey, look, this is our reasonable service anyway. But the Lord made a promise, man. He said He's going to give us these things. So you better believe He's going to give us the best of these things. And what the Lord tell King David after King David committed adultery? He said, "Did I not give you this? I gave you the house of your master, the women, all this. And if that was not enough, all you had to do is say, I want such and such things." The book of Isaiah goes into when we are praying, before we even finish praying, the Lord's gonna answer our prayers, man. So, bro, we're gonna be ready. Oh, Lord, I want some of that 1,000-year-old wine or whatever, you know, that vintage stock, right? Right when your mind fixes to ask the Lord for it, and before the words verbalize out your mouth, the Lord gonna bless it to happen. You know what I said in Isaiah?
I know what you're talking about.
Come, Bible for shot, man. Fuck this place, man. You get a woman here, she already been piped down. Can't even pair bond. Don't know how to submit and do what you need her to do. You get a drink here, it's probably filled with fucking sugar. Or it's bottom shelf. Or it's new. We want vintage stock, man. It's the reason why that Louis XIII costs so much. Because it's old as fuck. We want vintage, man.
That's right. And I believe this is the one that says Isaiah 65:24. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer.
Yep.
And while they are yet speaking, I will hear.
Con. So we're gonna answer right before we call. While we're in the middle of talking about it, He gonna look down and bless.
God. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse. Let me jump up a little bit and start at verse 19. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more events in infinite days, nor any old man that hath not filled his days.
Right, we're gonna live long lives, man. We're gonna get to enjoy every day of our life. And it says in 2nd Ezra, rest is allowed. No matter what you do here in America, you can clearly see that. Fucking why Jay-Z ain't retired yet? These niggas can't even rest. They still gotta go and do promotions and do this show, do that show, speak on this, do that, go perform here, go perform there. Hey, that was saying that Michael Jackson, man. He was doing his last tour.
Yep.
He was doing his last tour.
This is it. I'm trying to stop the light.
Oh, come. He was doing his last tour. All right, and died.
That wasn't it.
Worked him. Oh, yeah, it was it.
Right, well, it was it.
Yeah, that was it, man. They worked you to death here. Look at old Bill Cosby. Boy, he got the chance to retire. They locked his ass up. He went blind in jail.
Man, nobody get to go off into the sunset.
You can be the richest nigga, the poorest nigga. Ain't no fucking rest here, man.
Verse 21, and they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant. Hey, Jake is very famous for being a worker, a laborer. Jake can set up sewer pipe. I didn't work with Issachar. We did sewer lines, all kind of shit. I set up this house, that house, breaking labor. You don't enjoy none of that shit. And they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat.
All right, everything we do, we're doing it for other motherfuckers.
Man, you niggas down there picking bananas and shit, coconuts, and sitting there, and Esau up here selling the shit 2 for $3, and he paying you 2 pennies a day.
Nigga never shopped at Trader Joe's in their life.
God.
But to be up in that show on Instacart, picking shit out for somebody else.
Yeah.
That's what we at with it, man.
Yeah. They showed the Jakes in West Africa. They picked the cocoa pies. They showed them a piece of chocolate. They had never tried the damn chocolate before. They were like, what the fuck is this? It's crazy. Man.
Hey, just like the different shows that be on YouTube, and they show the most expensive spice, and they show the workers over there in India or working on getting the resin, the North African shit.
Yeah.
Well, they getting pennies. And motherfuckers that own that shit is getting millions off each load, each harvest, millions.
They've never seen the finished product of what they're doing. Man.
These motherfuckers make the silk. I forget. Remember we was watching the silk one?
Yeah.
It was the most expensive type of silk. It took like 3 months or so to make each, just as let's say a scarf. A scarf would take 3 months. All right. You think the women that's over there weaving this shit by hand is getting paid? No. That's why they outsourcing the shit. It's cheaper.
Yep. It says, for as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. God. And in verse 24, which I read, and it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. All right, hey, you got homeless Jake. Jake done picked enough cotton for motherfucking 10 lifetimes, man. Them Jakes was picking the shit out of that damn cotton. And they grow it back, pick it again, grow it back. You know, all this shit. Jake did all this damn work. And you just a worker your whole life, right? You got Negroes I work with. I've been at this job for 40 years, 45 years. I'm looking at, god damn, man. God damn. Yeah, you gonna be here till I'm like, no, I'm not. Lord, no, I'm not. All right, we're gonna get to enjoy the shit, man. Nobody's looking forward to fucking retirement here. And the retirement age is going up now. It ain't 55, it's 65, 60, 70 years old.
You know what's fucked up? You get so ingrained to being a servant, your ass retire, you deteriorate instantly.
And also just to add to the fact, you have a lot of homeless veteran Jakes out here.
Yeah.
After all the wars that they fought for this devil, they out here homeless.
Yeah.
That's wickedness. That's in Sirach 25th chapter, I believe. A man of war that's not set back.
I got something.
I'm roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, but a man of war that suffered poverty. A man of war is supposed to be paid. He done risked his life for your whole land. He saw the devil. These motherfucking veterans went over there and secured all them poppy fields for your ass, for you to make all these damn heroin-based drugs. And you ain't giving them no cut. At least make them the damn niggas that sell the shit do something.
They be amputees, paraplegic, wheelchairs.
Yep.
But I got something real
Hey,
quick.
they'll tell you, man, the Veterans Hospital, that's where you go to die.
I was just finna say that,
That's where you go to die.
They don't want to pay that money to take care of you, so they'll kill you off.
God. You got it out.
This is the book of Haggai 1:6. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not.
Start up one.
This is the book of Haggai 1:5. It says, now therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai of hosts, consider your ways. Right, consider our ways. The scripture say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Repent. Come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai while there's a little bit of time left. There's not much time, but what? We can still repent. Why? This word is still going forward, but it's not that much time left. Haggai 1:6. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is not none warm. And he that earneth wages to be put into a bag with holes. Right? How you get a check? All that shit go to bills. All that shit go to car notes, mortgage. And about time you fool.
You lucky you got a mortgage, nigga. Shit.
The shit is sad because what? We get a check just to put it right back to the devil. This is not no form of living.
That's why I say that don't put the horse before the cart. It's sad because shit, your money be already accounted for. Money be gone already. Don't spend money you ain't got yet. Shit, money already gone.
The First day. First day you got paid, it's gone.
And you got to pay for some shit that naturally come in the earth. You know, that's naturally freely given from the Lord. You know, you got to pay for all that shit. You know, what the fuck is a gas and water bill?
But that's why the scriptures say, consider your ways, man. This ain't time to lay in your sealed house. This ain't time to make your bed in hell. This is not our rest. The Lord house get built. Hey, when our Lord get his glory, he's so merciful. He gonna share his glory with us, man. Joint heirs. That's what we laboring for, man. Cause this shit here is shit, man. The fashion of this world hastens to pass away.
That's right. You got some more in it?
God, let me see.
God, this is Micah 2. I'm gonna go to verse 2. Chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right, and that's what's been the theme of late, man. Who controls everything? Whose power is it in, man? It's the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. All right, this is their little season. All right, like the brother brought out the letter J and all this, you know, the Renaissance, which is we call it a Renaissance letter. All right, the Renaissance artwork and the stuff that came with their birth, them redoing everything, man. It's in the power of their hand. So they're gonna do whatever they can to oppress, to keep you. And it starts with the head house of the house of Esau, Edom, all right, which is Amalek, the small heads. All right, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so that they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. All right, how is it that you had all these jakes down south, which they made sure that they ran us the fuck out, you know, a lot of us out of the South, right, through lynchings and hangings, and then they from that they went to the NRA, and it's just been continual violence, continual oppression, right? All the land, and these Edomites, you got jakes who die and shit. They leave their house behind and shit. They can take that shit back so fast, man. All right, hey, how you gonna tell us that we're not the chosen people? All right, how you gonna tell Kyrie, you know what I'm saying, he can't share a movie from fucking Amazon? You oppress a man's house and his heritage. How do you know his line don't go back to the small hats? He could be one of you for all you know. All right, or guess what? It could be so-called black Jews. How do y'all know? Where's the scriptures at? Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Y'all have? They say they have the records, right? We got the records that go back all the way back. Where are the records at?
Right. What are the receipts?
Where are the receipts at? All right, where's it at?
Show us like in Chronicles, the list of your father going back to that father, all the way back to Jacob.
Right.
And then we'll show you a liar.
Exactly.
Everybody 17:4, nigga. Your ass lying, boy. What about second Ezra? What about the fact that in Ezra, he had to rewrite the books because they burned it all? How you got this great record? There were Israelites that didn't even have record. They had to wait for the Urim and Thummim back then during the time of Ezra. Some had their own personal record. So how you got this record? What about the great falling away? How you got this record, man? What about the fact the Lord said he will hide himself? How you got this record? What about the fact that Deuteronomy 28, it literally says these curses are a sign? That's how we know who we are, because of what the curses say. You piece of shit.
Good.
You small hatters. you can strike this channel, bitch. I got another channel. Fuck you damn Edomites. You Jewish bastards are Edomites. You're not the Israelites.
That's right.
You rat bastards. Yeah, give me a strike. I'm like Trump's and White. Yeah, see, yeah. Give me a strike, bitch. No.
God, this verse 3.
Kind of just to say it's still gonna come out regardless. He said, as the scriptures say, you know, you cannot do nothing against the truth but for the truth. You know? So every time you strike brothers' channels, or every time you try to conceal knowledge, even more knowledge is gonna come out.
You just charge us up, nigga. What you thought this was?
Hey, if they was smart with the Kyrie thing, I mean, it was gonna come out anyway, but they would have just, you know, suspended his Twitter or something and then did some shit on the side, talk to him, hey man, you guys chill out, you know what I'm saying? Here, take this little bag and shit, but you know you gotta shut the fuck up, you know. But now they done made him an example and put him on national media, and everybody's looking. Okay, but shit, let me check the video. what the movie, what they talking. Okay, let me look at the. So now people are seeing, and you have people who are waking up to salvation.
Hey, I've seen comments from people that's not even Israelites. You know, I'm thinking of one in particular, and I think it was one under it. It's a Jewish lady, if I'm not mistaken. But they made it clear, like, look, I watched it. There's no anti-Semitic hate in there. They don't mention. They don't even, because they were trying to say, well, it speaks against the Holocaust. People in the comment are like, well, I watched it. I'm not Israelite. You know, I'm not even. They not black. None of that. They just heathen, so they appear. They may be Jake, but they appear, and what they know, they not. They say it don't mention the Holocaust in there. It don't mention this. It's just them saying that's what they believe. This is that. So the Mormons get to call us curse.
Yeah.
We curse. They deleted my video for putting that up. That's why my channel got a strike.
Wow.
I'm gonna re-upload it, Lord willing, too.
The one where they say that the black skin.
Yeah, it says a curse. but where's the hatred at for that? They label me for hate speech for saying that. You get to bomb Palestine and say they don't belong there. When we say you don't belong there, we anti. What about the fact you blowing these niggas up? Where's your anti at? Bitch, we're gonna kill you devils.
That's right. Verse 3, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye do heartily, for this time is evil. In that day shall one take up a parable against you, a lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He hath changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields. Therefore thou shalt have none that shall cast the cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord. Prophesy ye not. Say they to them that prophesy, they shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame. O thou that art named the house of Jacob, is the spirit of the Lord straitened? Are these his doings? Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly? All right, hey, you Negroes, like Native American Latinos, man, y'all gotta know that it's something that's holding me back. I can never get ahead. And you talk to any Jake, right? Any of the tribes, they gonna tell you something that we just can't get ahead. And like some of them are stupid. They think, you know, if I work this job another 100 years. All of our people know. Damn, man, we can never quite make it. We're almost there. It's always out of reach. Right? Even as of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. He pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely as men averse from war. The women of my people have ye cast out from their pleasant houses, from their children have ye taken away my glory forever. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. This is not our rest, man. This is not the place for us to kick our feet up and go on a world tour or vacations and all of this other shit. Look, right. I'm gonna just sit in the house and chill and stack my paper. We're gonna do real estate, and then we're gonna build a nation here. Then we're gonna buy this land down in Georgia, and then we're gonna invite everybody there for a conference. No, man, this is not our rest. Right? Fuck all that, man. We done did all that shit.
And it said it will pollute you, man. Cause what? For you to make it in this place, you got to deal with what? What's highly esteemed in this place, which is wickedness, is abomination. You know, that's in the Gospels. That which is highly esteemed amongst men is an abomination with the Most High. So that's why they promote what? Homosexuality. All right, they promote wickedness. It's all levels of wickedness. The LGBTQ community can be as promiscuous as they want, but you're a dog if you're a man that's trying to have more than one woman. But women that's getting more from men get a whole walk called a thought walk. They get a whole celebration.
Liberated.
That's crazy. That's madness.
She's liberated.
There was this video I had seen a while back, you know, this talking about, you know, these women, you know, being promiscuous with these different men. You know, they celebrated because it was this Edomite that had a cake talking about 35, 40 rods that she, you know, that she was celebrating taking, you know. So yeah, this place got to go. But I had a precept real quick. This is the book of
Salakia. This the brother Kazak Barney Howden. Psalms 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. That's just plain, man. This shit is ass backwards ass. That's America. When they tell you what's right, it's really what's wrong. And they tell you some wrong shit, and it'll be right. You got these damn Jewish rats. When they circumcise these young boys, they sucking the damn blood out with their mouth, man. They sucking on little baby dick, man. And you trying to tell me that these are the people of the Lord, man?
Right.
No. That's wickedness, man.
And it tells you not to cover your head when you pray. They got to cover it right on the middle of their head.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
The part that's supposed to be open, they cover it. Come on, man.
Right, the crown of your head. Come on.
This is the book of Hebrews 13 and 14, just laying back on what the brother just read in the Micah. This is the book of Hebrews 13 and 14. It says, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. And that one to come is the kingdom of heaven. You know, well, kingdom dwell righteousness. You know, it's no, you know, how people tried to make it, you know, with the whole Black Wall Street, the whole Black Belt.
Right.
You know, how people tried to make it here, but we have a devil in rulership.
Hey, so like with some of the Black Wall Street, it was, you had Judah there, but a lot of those would get those Gadites that they sent on the Trail of Tears, they sent them to Oklahoma. Like, hey, y'all can have this in the middle of nowhere. Then they found oil, and then they got rich. All right, but guess what? It's polluted. The Edomites came in there, and they was right there. Okay, yeah, right. Matter of fact, we're gonna bomb the shit out of you too.
And there was multiple cities like Black Wall Street, where niggas policed themselves, did their own banking, and what did Esau do? They took it down. All right, Esau came with the idea of integration. As long as you're one with them, they can make sure your ass stay at the bottom.
Exactly.
They can make sure your ass stay at the bottom, man. That's what they did. You gotta ask yourself, why you go to a suburban public school and it's just fine? When you go to the different districts in the city, the public schools, they vary between classes, middle and lower class. Why? Why is a charter school better than a public school? They're in the same damn neighborhood. They're around the corner from each other. Esau is the devil, man. They do everything to keep us down.
Hey, what you just read? We have no continuous city.
We have no continuous city.
Yeah, it's not. It ain't. I'm gonna move to Atlanta. I'm gonna live. Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna live,
the Black Mecca.
Right, that's the Black Mecca. I'm gonna move to Chicago. It's the, you know, it's an old history. The Black Belt is there. You know, I'm gonna move to wherever, LA. They let black people, you know, whatever. Hey, there is no continuous city here.
Right. Cursed in the city, cursed in the field. Niggas, it's the saying, all the niggas in Des Moines are Chicago niggas, or second and third generation Chicago niggas. Same thing with Wisconsin. And guess what? They still fucking going through hell, man. Now, granted, Iowa's a better state because it's a red state. It's better than Illinois. The niggas still going through hell.
You'll have a few niggas like, because we ain't built up generational wealth. You know, I come across a lot of niggas that say some shit like that. You know, generational wealth. For what?
It's a rigged system.
You can't build generational wealth up at a 9-to-5 job, man. Like, generational wealth, that means you got enough for your house, you got enough for your whole family, you got enough when you die, you have an estate, you're gonna pass it on to them. They're gonna inherit them. That's generational wealth.
Hey, and it's funny. Your grandparents will get a house. They done found your grandfather worked at the railroad. Your grandma was a nurse back when you know they was getting paid decent money enough to get a house. So he worked at a factory building cars. So they got a house too, right?
Yep.
They dallied the house to your ass. But what's so fucked up is they had to get another mortgage on the house. They paid the house off. They had to get another mortgage on the house to take care of some other shit. Now, when you get it, you're still paying a whole other mortgage. The house is paid off already. They refinanced. They needed the money. They wanted to keep up with the Joneses. Make sure y'all took them family trips yearly. All right? Make sure they kept a nice, clean Buick. Or to send your ass to private school.
Right.
So you don't have to go get a public school education in this damn fucked up neighborhood where the teachers don't get paid to do their job. You know? So now you get in this damn place and you gotta sell it. You can't even enjoy it.
Man. And that's why when you look at them, they have estates. They have private estates. Yeah, this estate has been in our family for this many generations, and this castle has been our family for this many. What do they call in London? The what's the name of the castle? The fucking whatever the shit is called. Man. Fuck them. Right? But they pride themselves in that. Right?
And a lot of them castles was niggas. They took over. That's why they still got niggas painted in them castles, them coats of arms. You think this Lord loved this servant that much? He painted this black man face everywhere. Nah, man, they didn't take portraits with Polaroids back then. They painted, and that paint is permanent, nigga. That's what it is. Them are portraits of nigga that own the shit.
God.
Fuck out of here.
They keep that in the private area, so everybody.
They don't show. Yeah, they don't show that part. They showing the castles and shit, man.
God. Yep, the ones in Spain, they still stand. Those are Moorish castles.
Yeah.
Just to show you how Esau, Edom, so much had our history. Because when I was in high school, I didn't learn about it until high school. Because the Dark Ages did say it was like a period in time where everybody was dying. That's what I learned in elementary school. Getting this truth now, you will learn the history and things like that. You will know that so-called Negroes, rule Europe for 1,000 years.
Niggas been painting forever. You got ancient hieroglyphs, but this period of this one specific 1,000 years, and all humanity decided we're not gonna paint anything. We won't make any new scientific advances.
Yeah.
This is just it. No, stop the cap.
Yeah. Yep.
Stop the cap.
Skip right over the history. Oh, it was a time of the knowledge was lost in man.
And they never tell you about the Byzantine Empire. I never heard of the Byzantine Empire until I became an adult and gotten the truth.
Yep.
Now, I probably heard it before and just missed it. Because I'll tell you one thing, through the Spirit, the Lord blessed me with a decent grandfather. He made sure I understood, even when he held on to Africa, he made sure I understood we just wasn't African savages. He was the first to teach me we ruled in Europe once. He showed me the different artwork. He didn't want to let go of Africa though. He felt it was a big accomplishment to go from Africans to ruling Europe. No, nigga, we royalty. But the point is, he showed me a lot of shit to set me on the path for this truth, man. But they don't teach us that in the schools. We don't hear about coats of arms and stuff like that in schools. We don't know about the Black Madonna in school. We don't know that the Pope bowed down to worship to a black idol. They don't teach us that, man.
And they also skip over the fact, how was Columbus able to speak with you so-called Native American and Latino people?
Yep.
How was he spoken? What language did he have it translated into? He got y'all speaking Spanish now, y'all proud Spanish, whatever. What language did he use to speak to y'all?
That's right.
Yeah.
And when you look it up, you can Google it. Columbus had 2 Hebrew interpreters with him. Why did he bring Hebrew interpreters to come to this side of the world? Spoiler alert, look up the Decalogue stone.
Get that Jeremiah 50, 33.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah was oppressed together.
All right, so the northern and southern kingdom, we got put in this hell together. All right, we got enslaved and oppressed here in America together. Because Micah 4:11 tells us we should be the main deliverance is Babylon. So the main place of this oppression is Babylon. So wherever niggas got brought to on these slave ships is New Egypt. All right, the northern kingdom will be getting oppressed there too. Well, where is that? We got brought here to America. So where's the northern kingdom being oppressed at? Here in America. Hell, they went through it first. They was getting taken back to Europe first before we even got brought over here. Hell, it was, look. It was sellout niggas that helped Columbus, man. That was, man, I wish I had the original source, but I mean, it was niggas that taught the Mexicans the Passover ritual and stuff like that. They let them know that they were the Israelites. Because there's groups of Mexicans that's been keeping the Passover for centuries. And that goes to the prophecy, about Issachar praise being accepted over on this side of the world. That was niggas, who understood who they were and showed them Issacharites that, man. We got oppressed over here together.
That's right. So, hey, the scriptures helps us to fill in a lot of gaps in history, man, on who was who, why this happened, why that happened, man. That's what it means to return back to our heritage. All right? I mean, a lot of stuff is still, you know, we don't know every detail about everything, but we know the important parts, man. The Lord has given us everything that we need to receive. Our works are memorialized. What you got?
It's more than that. You ain't finished.
They were oppressed together, and all of them took them captives, held them fast, and they refused to let them go.
They refused to let them go. That goes right with that Ezekiel 35. Esau said that we would rule amongst these two nations as if the Lord was there. Esau thought gonna rule over us forever, teach us their ways, like they God. We're gonna just follow after they bullshit. Hell no, man. The Lord is waking his serpents up, man. He frustrating the tokens of the liars, man. Now we know we not just niggas and just Mexicans. And we don't have to hate each other, man. We the same motherfuckers. We like to do the same shit. Jamaican restaurants, Haitian restaurants, Mexican restaurants got one thing in common: beans and rice. And that's on a very minute carnal level, but 1 Corinthians 2 say what? We compare spiritual things to spiritual. Beans and rice, peas and rice. Hey, when you go to, we eat Mediterranean. They don't got the beans and rice. They had the rice. Hell, Mediterranean had beans, they smash it and turn it into hummus. But they ain't got beans and rice together, man. That's some folly, but it's real shit.
But it's true.
Compare spiritual thing to spiritual. We was in Miami. We was in the Haitian spot. He was scoffing, but it's the same thing. That's what lawyer always get. He always, I supposed to beans and rice. No matter what Jamaican spot, Haitian spot, whatever. Beans and rice, man.
Well, we went to the Dominican spot too.
Same thing.
They had the same thing as the Haitian spot. That stuff was a little better though. The Haitians, they gotta work on that. God.
Well, they used to make it burnt off. They used to overcooking their meat, no?
God.
The Haitian food was trash, man. Go ahead, bro. This is freestyle.
Especially in this time, you seeing the Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom living amongst each other now. Because the neighborhood I'm currently in, you see nothing but Northern and Southern Kingdom, you know, breaking bread. But
hey, look, when you take the Bishop Ford going east, when you buy niggas, Southern Kingdom, you got one they do the trash and waste management shit. It stinks. Then you go to that's the east side. Then you go on 55, the opposite side, where the Mexicans at. They got the same thing. That's why they do the waste management over there on that side. We the ones going through this shit together, man. All right, and both of those on the border. And when you reach into the suburbs of heathens, you go far enough on Bishop Ford, you're gonna end up where Edomites at. You go far enough 55, you'll end up with Ishmael, Elam, and Edomites at. But before you get to that, you gotta go through where the niggas at, and they niggas is holding your waste management, your shit, your piss, your garbage, man. The shit that flow from downtown flow right to 55, man. And we gotta deal with it.
this is the book of Revelations 11, and I'm gonna start at 8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city." That great city is America. It says, "Which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." Right? It's not talking about our people being literally dead. If you read Ezekiel 37, it talks about the dead bones, which it actually talks about our people, you know, being spiritually dead. It says, "And they, it's called Sodom and Egypt." You know, Sodom. You can just look around you. You know, this place is rampant. You know, with transformers. You know, LGBTQ lifestyles.
Right.
It says,
it's like if you go up to verse 4, it talks about the two olive trees. It's talking about, we're talking about the two kingdoms basically.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it, simple like that. But the two kingdoms. It's a lot. The two witnesses.
Northern and Southern.
The two witnesses. Northern kingdom and Southern kingdom.
it says,
The book of Isaiah says, "You are my witness." Talking to the nation of Israel. You got it.
It says, verse 9, I'm gonna wait till this starts. This is the book of Revelations 11 and 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, which is like roughly 350 years. You know, I believe it's like 1619 to like around the late 1660s. I say like 1960s and early 70s. You know, with the man named Albert Bivens. You know, bringing this truth. Started with One West, different things of that nature. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, which is roughly 350 years. It says, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Right, so these other nations, you know, watching our people, you know, us not having our nationality, a lot of these other nations, you know, we're poking fun at our people, you know, watching our people, not knowing that, who we are, calling ourselves African American, Mexican American, Dominican American, whatever the case may be. It says, verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. Right, so these other nations, was glad that we were disconnected from our power, that we didn't know who we were. Yep. And it says,
that's why you speak to some of them, especially you Ishmaelites. Y'all know exactly what we're talking about. We say we're the sons of Jacob. And, oh yes, brother.
Yeah, we had it. We Isaac, you Ishmael. We Isaac, Ishmael. They know. Yep. When they say, I'm Ishmael, you Isaac, they be knowing.
Verse 11, it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, right? Meaning what? Like around that period, where Abba Bivens starting the One West schools and things of that nature, the Lord, is putting the truth back into the earth. We're finding, starting with our elders and apostles, we're starting to find out who we are, knowing that we come from the tribe of Judah, knowing that we come from the tribe of Issachar, knowing that we're Israelites. And it says, let me finish this out. It says, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Great fear. Starting with these elites all the way down to these other nations. They're afraid that we're waking up to our nationality. That we're calling on the names of Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Ultimately being reconnected with our power source. Right. A lot of these nations are scared, starting with the upper class elites. Because there's nothing they can do to stop this truth, to stop the mass awakening that's happening across the four corners of the earth.
There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Nothing you can do against this gospel before. Go to that, yes, more.
Somebody got that Ezekiel 37. We'll talk about that.
Matter of fact, that's the spirit.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 19. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord, God, Yahweh thy power. Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and tribes
which is the northern kingdom. Ephraim was the head of the northern kingdom. When you go through the books of the kings, it explains it. Jehu, no, before Jehu. Was it Jehu? Was Jehu the first? No, before Jehu. Damn, was Jehu the first? All the northern kingdom kings were Ephraimites. What was King Solomon's son name?
So Jehu was the 10th king.
Or he wasn't the first one. Rehoboam, and Jeroboam. Those are the first two. Jeroboam being the northern kingdom, Rehoboam being King Solomon's son. Was that backwards? That was the first two. When the kingdom split up, Jeroboam and Rehoboam.
Right, so Rehoboam is Solomon's son. Right?
Yeah, I had it right there. Yeah, let's go. Call on help. The flesh so damn weak, bro. Yeah, Rehoboam. You know how I remember it? Because Jeroboam started with a J, and therefore Northern Kingdom. It's bugged out. Jeroboam, Rehoboam. So there you go, man. Jeroboam being the first of Ephraim, and all the kings after that subsequently were Ephraimites. And they were all wicked. And nowhere we saw the kingdom. Most of y'all kings is wicked too. I believe in Sirach it says only 2 or 3 was not defective of all the kings of Judah. So there ain't no thumbs up to Judah, man, as far as the southern kingdom goes. Hell, Jeremiah 3 says Judah was more treacherous than the northern kingdom.
But
So let's get that straight, man.
The sins of Judah are written in
Iron,
iron.
yeah. Yeah. That's just a little side note, man. As the Lord, in Isaiah 10, the Lord say what? He getting rid of the jealousy that Ephraim got towards Judah, and Judah ain't gonna vex Ephraim no more. So Judah's been humbled, man. Judah's still the top tribe. Look, all 11 of us got to look to Judah. Even though Benjamin did beat all the other tribes' ass by themselves 2 times in a row. But look, Judah's the top tribe. So Lord getting rid of that envy, man. They the kings. But the Lord humbled Judah too, because Judah killed our Lord Yahushua. That's written. Judah saw the other kingdom go off into idolatry and get punished, and went even further into idolatry. But Judah's been waking up first, like it says in Zechariah. So the rest of the house of Israel can't boast against the tents of Judah. So the Lord's establishing his order, man. All right, Judah's the top tribe. Yahushua is the Judite. The top, King David, is our shepherd. Second under Yahushua, man. Third under Yahweh, man. All right, shall reign and rule again.
We all come from the waters of Judah.
Well, yeah, because Yahushua is a Judite. He made everything. He's Adam. We all come from Adam. So that's right. I'm a Judite.
I will take the stick of Joseph.
Like it right. Oh, that's from that. So like, we gotta wrap it up, man. They gotta have fun in this thing, man. What better place that to be in this scripture, in these scriptures, man?
Right.
In this world, we got. Hey, what does it say? So I can grab that real quick. The Yahushua quote. He said, "With him is peace. In the world, we should have like I think it says tribulation."
Can he go to verse 22 real quick?
Yeah. We're gonna finish that. Can somebody find that precept?
Okay, I got you, brother.
No, we're gonna finish that, brother.
Okay.
John 16:33.
Go ahead, read that real quick.
This is the book of John 16:33. It says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. But be of good cheer, I have overcome the world."
God, this word is hell, man. All right, in these scriptures, in the word of Yahushua, we have victory, man. In His faith, we have victory. All right, the world look at us, man. We just niggas and Mexicans and shit, man. But through the Spirit, we the sons of God.
That's right.
Call on me, how about Shem Yahushua? You can hit that Jeremiah 30. That's what Jeremiah 30 is going into, man. We the bottom. We in the graveyard, man. But the Lord has woken us up, put the flesh, the sinews, the bones in it, the blood back in us. All right? And then gave us His Spirit, man. That's what y'all here teaching. To Israel. Repent, wake up. Live, man. We already suffered death for going off and being brought low. Now we tell you to live. Look what you got. Our women are whores. Our men are not men. They're going after whatever man of wickedness Esau puts in front of you. Fuck that, man. Live. Stand for righteousness, man. Why should ye die? Choose life, therefore, man. Y'all got it, so what?
It says, take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and in the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand.
Exactly. And we say the Lord has given us that understanding, man. Who are those lost tribes that they mentioned that they put in the movie? What they put in? Anyway, the movie where Columbus mentions it. Oh, interest.
1492.
1492 by Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott's 1492. When Columbus actually mentions that. Oh, interest. And they're showing that's how he knew how to sail over here in the first place. Who are those people who he met over here who's sailed over here in the first place, who were already here where mankind had never dwelt on the whole other side of the earth. All right, the so-called Western Hemisphere. All right, keep reading.
Right, and I was backing up what Giant was saying. I was backing up what Giant was saying. You know, he was like, "You sure you want to do that?" And Christopher Cologne, he was saying like, "What? For speaking the truth?" So yeah.
They study the scriptures, man. You go to the small ass neighborhood, which remember the small ass.
Right, Cristobal Colon is a Jewish. You good, huh? You good, brother? I got your 6.
Hey, what?
Knocking your coffee over and tea.
Man.
Don't worry about it. I already gave him Akala Pack down. He was no threat. Go ahead with the scriptures, man.
No, I was gonna say, you go to their neighborhood, they got those yeshivas set up. You know, they going all into the scriptures, you know, all of that stuff. Right? They've always studied the scriptures, man. Those behind the scenes, those Amalekites study the scriptures. A lot of those scientists, they'll quote the scriptures.
Yeah, the excavators.
Yeah.
All that. Hey, look, I was watching a special on Netflix, and I forget the name of it. It maybe wasn't even a Netflix special. It was a show on Netflix. And one of the scientists was going into, he basically said every scientist know that God is real. And he based his point on information science. And then he went into DNA. He says in everybody's DNA they have something called editate. And it's just like the name Satan, you know, it stands for edit. So you have something in your DNA to correct or edit whatever issues may be there. Then it goes into what put it there. And information science lets you know that every idea comes from a source. All right? You don't, a computer doesn't just exist. Somebody had to put it together. This thing, what we call life, somebody had to put it together. It's too much synergy. It's too much balance in the world and nature for it to be a series of random events that work together like it does. Who would teach the first man to have sex? This is how you reproduce. This is how you keep life going. Who teaches an animal that? You know, that's just on the base level because it really goes a lot more to it. Romans, the 1st chapter says, though, the visible things we see proves the invisible.
What does it say? He breathed the breath of life into Adam. Shit, me and my family used to talk about that. How did they know what plants to eat and what not to eat and this to eat?
Right.
And that? How did they know?
Yep.
Right? And the scriptures gives us understanding on that.
Right. How does a bird know this is poisonous?
Right.
Because, you know, they tell you if you in the wilderness, if you want to know what you can and can't eat, whatever birds eat, that means you can eat it. How do these birds know? If it was trial and error, surely there would be the birds wouldn't exist.
Yeah, it was a lot of dead ass birds.
You know, how do they teach that? How do they communicate that one to another?
Yeah.
Right?
How do they know how to build a nest and shit? They don't go to a carpentry class.
Right.
They all, it's intrinsic in their DNA. How?
Who told the first chicken you gotta incubate your egg for it to hatch? How did they learn that? You don't have time for trial and error with that.
God.
That one error, now the whole chicken race gone. Come on, man. Look at these last couple. We're gonna wrap it up.
Ezekiel 37:20. With the stick wherein thou writest shall be thy hand before thy eyes.
Keep going.
Ezekiel 37:21. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh thy power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and whether will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land.
Right. Bring them into their own land. That's about to happen, man. That's not, and it didn't say through the Balfour Declaration, they shall come from Poland, and they know the Lord is going to gather us from the four corners of the earth, which he's doing now.
Ezekiel 37:22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king them to them all.
Right. Hey, Yahweh Shai gonna be the head, King David under him. Right. There's the keys of the kingdom. Right. Then all about, you know, all those men under them, whatever that order be. Right. Of course, you know, the 12 apostles and whoever under them. You agree?
And there shall be no more two nations,
There shall no more be two nations.
neither shall there be divided into two kingdoms
That's right.
any more at all.
No more divisions. Right, that's the verses we started with. Divisions. Right, divisions make a kingdom fall. And we were divided up. They went into Assyrian captivity, we went into Babylonian, then they left, then we had to deal with this problem, that problem. All right, no more divisions.
This is the book of
What the point you want on that?
This is the book of Deuteronomy 33 and 28. It says, Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also in heaven shall drop down dew. Right, you know, when Yahweh Shai makes his second return, you know, and deliver his elect, you know, we're going to dwell in safety alone. You know, over there in the land of Israel, you know, as the, you know, brother was going into, you know, we're not going to go on a plane and land in, you know, the land of Israel. You know, the Lord is going to do it.
It says safety. Ain't gonna be no car bombs. Them Palestinians making car bombs out of buses. Classic modern warfare. Claymores on the fucking bus. They ass nigga speed 3. Y'all got it. We're gonna close it out.
Yeah, that was everything. So with that being said, we hope it was edifying. We'll end up by giving all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
And until next time, Wah, Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.